NVDA today flushing down all the way to 106, coming back up, recovering pretty nicely back to the yesterday's closing range, 115-ish level. So a lot of people who chase this name at these highs of 130, 140s, of course, they are not happy because they overpaid and they're holding the back. And people who haven't had an exposure, they're cheering this volatility. Yes, VIX is high. VIX is, well, we haven't seen this level in a while, but pulling back as well. Almost touched 20, which means a little bit fear in the market. But NVDA, where did it bounce? So let's go back to maybe when they reported earnings last time. So you can see it reports earnings on, well, I think it was 9th of May or so. After reporting earnings, this was the high of the earnings report, 106.30. That's where we bounced today. So, and at the same time, stock is below its 50-day moving average. We just talked about this one yesterday, actually. So volatility may persist, but this this recovery candle on an hourly 2-hour chart as well, you can see it's a sign that dip buyers may be showing up, but we don't know how long it's going to last because we don't have earnings coming out until the end of August. But at the same time, in basically next week, we have a Jerome Powell and FOMC rate decision. So VIX may cool down a little bit. We have Friday tomorrow. I mean, maybe for the first few days of the next week, we might be in a choppy waiting mode for the Fed, and then VIX could start pushing again. Historically, August and second half of July is volatile, but we haven't pulled back a lot. But in Nvidia's case, yes, it is in a correction territory. Anything more than 10% when you see a stock pull back, I mean, it's in a correction territory. So today's low, well, we were down at 106, about 24% from its highs. Is it a big pullback? Is it is it enough for somebody or is it not? I don't know, but I'm still watching this 95 and maybe even 200-day moving average. That would be very extreme. Like 40%? But Nvidia historically has always been volatile stock. Go back even since they went public. And if you're somebody who cannot stomach the swings that it can have, well, that's not a stock you should bother to look at or trade even. Of course, it is easy to be buying the small dips when it's bullish, running up, melting up, overall market is pushing up. But of course, when it pulls back, not everybody is going to be pulling the trigger, and usually people tend to chase when stock starts to recover. And I'm somebody who trades breakouts, so this is not my cup of tea trying to bottom tick the stock. So right here, right now, resistance now is these levels where it basically slipped below. So right here, you can see, well, let's go back to where we came from, charts. This I want to say 117, so we tested it many times. So as long as also we are below 50-day moving average, below 50-day, below 5-day, below 20-day, 5-day moving averages, I'm not going to be watching this name to the upside as much. I can basically watch this name basically chop around here, even 120. I would say these are the resistance levels. Chop around before we put some sort of a base and try to bounce. But we can also do absolutely nothing for the rest of throughout the August, but just stay volatile, up and down with a bigger range. Of course, we have earnings gap right here, which will get eventually filled. But right here, right now, I'm going to be watching 50-day moving average as a resistance to the upside. And I would expect people to maybe like short sell or try to short, which is at the moment 118.70. And as a support, well, today's low on watch. So if it does slip today's low, then yeah, I'll be happy to join to the downside all the way to 95. But if it holds this level, well, so far, this is the support area to watch now on an hourly chart. So in terms of like AI, is AI pop? I mean, AI bubble is popping, or is it just getting started? I mean, there's all sorts of people just after stock market in general, like what we pulled back. We didn't even pull back like 4% in S&P 500, and people are screaming bear market, everything is falling. Well, did AI pop or not? I don't know, but what I know for sure is NVIDIA right here is the one still leading year to date. You can see 129%. Of course, there are stocks that I'm very, very bearish, especially AMD when we talked about, and year to date, this is the name is, chip maker, semiconductor. When we're talking about AI just getting started, boom, and all that stuff, AMD year to date is down 4.5% so far. Is it a discount for somebody? We're not talking about AMD right here, but still, is it a discount? I don't know. But in my opinion, this is the only leader in this environment where everybody is spending crazy. Like if you just watched recently Google's earnings report, they're going to still be pumping money into the AI. And that's why a lot of people didn't like the fact that they're not monetizing it yet, but there will still be spending. It just reminds me of like metaverse, right? Facebook, like it was Meta. I mean, it was Facebook, and then they spent crazy money on Meta. Like this is what is reminding me, basically Google. I'm not saying that Google is going to go down like this, but that's what happened, right? They spent crazy money. Investors didn't like it, and then they went back to their ad business. They kind of like slowed down burning cash in a high interest rate environment, and stock recovered. But I don't know what Google is going to do if they keep spending money. But that's what NVIDIA needs. NVIDIA needs these tech firms spend money on their chips to keep reporting higher earnings and beating earnings. But right here, right now, yes, we're in a correction territory. Trend hasn't changed. Ultra short-term momentum still to the downside. And I'm watching these two levels that I mentioned. So that's the quick update for NVDA July 25th. See you on weekends. Take care. Peace.